Let us discuss activity 6.1 of chapter 6 of NCERT science book for class 10th standard. This experiment is designed to demonstrate that light is required by autotrophs to make their food starch, which is stored in plant as energy reserve. Apart from this experiment also proves that chlorophyll is needed for photosynthesis and no other pigment is capable of performing photosynthesis. Third conclusion is that due to photosynthesis, immediate product is starch, a polymer of glucose. However, this experiment does not prove that carbon dioxide and water are required for food formation in plants. We need other experiments to prove these facts and support the existence of chemical equation of photosynthesis. The experiment goes like this. A variegated plant is kept in dark for some time so that process of photosynthesis is stopped, and in order to sustain life processes, it utilizes all its reserve starch. Thereafter, it is again brought into light to start photosynthesis, and formation of food reserve starch also starts. After 5-6 hours, a leaf of this plant is boiled in water to stop the life processes and migration of starch in other part of the leaf. Then leaf is boiled in alcohol, which breaks the cell wall and other organelles of the cell. Simultaneously, alcohol dissolves chlorophyll pigment, which comes into solution, and starch is left inside the leaf. Then the leaf is dipped in iodine solution. Starch present in leaf absorbs iodine and green parts turn blue-black. Now let us discuss this activity in detail. The reason for taking variegated leaf plant is to demonstrate that only green parts of leaf are responsible for photosynthesis and none other. If we take fully green leaf, then we cannot conclude this fact. When the plant is kept in dark, it utilizes whole of its reserve food, that is starch. Starch is stored throughout the plant body, including non-chlorophyll area. Our aim is to remove starch from whole of the plant so that we come to know where exactly photosynthesis is taking place, and this is the reason why we have chosen a variegated plant. When the plant is again put into light, process of photosynthesis starts and hence formation of glucose. Glucose is polymerized into starch through enzymatic reactions and get stored. The purpose of giving short time exposure to plant is that whatever starch is formed, it should not be allowed to migrate to other parts of the leaf. Then leaf is taken and it is traced for future reference. Green areas are marked for comparison. Thereafter, leaf is boiled briefly to stop the glucose synthesis and other life processes. Due to boiling, cell walls and cells of leaf are also loosened. Then the leaf is boiled in alcohol in water bath. Why water bath is used? Since alcohol is highly inflammable and boiling on direct flame will cause fire. 95% alcohol ruptures cell wall and cell organelles, including chloroplast. All the pigments of leaf thus will be dissolved and come into alcohol. If you have taken money plant, then the color of the solution will become bluish green, since it has no other pigment except green. And if you have taken croton, then the solution will become maroon red. Leaf will become pale or off-white. Newly synthesized starch will be left in leaf since starch is insoluble in alcohol. Next point, then the leaf is dipped into iodine solution. Whatever starch will be there, that portion will become blue, dark or blackish in color. In this case, we will see that only green portion of the leaf turned blue. Now let us go a little bit deeper into the reaction of iodine solution with starch. Starch is a polymer of glucose or a long chain of glucose molecules joined together in a certain fashion. This glucose strand has a spiral three-dimensional structure. This is a spiral structure. Iodine is sparingly soluble in water and as such it has no use. In order to increase its solubility, potassium iodide is added to water. Potassium iodide is ionized into potassium and iodide ions. Iodide ion is combined with iodine molecule to form iodinium ion, which is water soluble. As we have seen that a starch molecule has a spiral structure and has interstitial space within the molecule. Iodinium ion is trapped in this interstitial space and gives intense blue color. Reaction of iodine solution with starch is a confirmatory test of starch, and it is used elsewhere, including detection of adulteration of milk. So student, hope you will understand this exercise. Do write to me if you have any other doubt on the comment line.